Of the board of Cycling Against Suicide, we'd like to welcome all the cyclists. Day 2, and everyone got here to Lahinch safe and sound, so fair dues to the whole lot of you. Just a little about, a lot of people here know about Cycling Against Suicide and what it is and what the charity is. Just a few things about Cycling Against Suicide. It started off in 2013, that was the beginning of it, and at the start of it we were on about going into schools and communities. So that's what we're all dealing with, schools and community, delivering the message. It's okay not to feel okay, and it's absolutely okay to ask for help. We also wanted to break down this stigma on mental health and on suicide, which was a big thing and still is a big thing. We have gone into the schools. We have basically 1,100 schools that we have a program going into, and we also set up 400 national schools. So there's a lot of work going on in the mental health with Cycling Against Suicide, as you can see. And the likes of this cycle is a fundraiser to keep that going for us, and I think it's a great idea. 50% of mental health issues start in kids under 14, which is a massive statistic to have. And Ireland rate 4th highest in the EU, the 4th highest in the EU on suicide. They're not nice statistics to be thrown out there. We also we started a buddy program, and the buddy program means that we train in buddies that go into communities, and they go into the community and they share and they see where people are in trouble, and we try and help out. We train in the buddies, and the buddies talk to those people that's need help. I'd always say no one knows what's behind anyone's door when we come out. And how I got involved with Cycling Against Suicide, I'm in it since 2013. I lost 2 of my friends to suicide. One, a lot of you might know the daughter at the minute, but the father was my best friend, Shane McEntee. Helen McEntee, Justice Minister. She's on maternity leave, whatever happened. She's on maternity leave at the minute. And Shane, I was in the Chinese. Shane asked me to go to the Chinese with him the night before it happened. I went to the Chinese with him, and the only recollection or thing I could see with Shane was he lifted up the phone and he said, "That's fucking killing me." That was the only thing. And by 12 o'clock the next day, Shane had died by suicide. So I know by talking to people all around here, people know someone. Everyone knows someone that has died by suicide. My own personal thing was, when I was in national school, which I never spoke about, I was abused by the clergy. I got married, 3 kids, reared them, the wife and myself, and it's only 10 years ago that I felt I was able to talk about it. I used to play a good bit of football. I used to be brought by this one priest to football matches. He used to come down to the national school to when he'd want altar boys for the serving, and next thing he would call me out, and I didn't want to go because I knew what would happen. And right enough, every time you're abused. So the last straw on the camel's back came, and I spoke out. And my major fear was I wasn't going to be believed. And I think that's everyone's major fear, that you're not going to be believed. But I can tell you now, don't be afraid to talk. I know with us men, we are tough. Oh Jesus, we are tough. We don't have to talk. That is not the way. We have to talk. The ladies will talk about a lot more than we will. You can imagine you walked in here this evening and you banged your shin on a chair or a table. The first thing you're going to say to the person beside you was, fuck it, I'm after peeling my shin. Isn't that right? You walk in here with something mental health, you won't say a word to anyone. And it's a big difference, so it is. You know, we talk about resilience. And what is resilience? You know, resilience is not about your setback that you have in life. It's about the comeback, how you come back from that. And that's what our charity is about, spreading that word. And I think everyone here, I know I spoke to 2 or 3 people already the last 2 days, and everyone has a story. But I would say, don't be afraid to talk. It's the most important thing. So we're not having a somber night or anything. We just said we'd say them few words. Cycle is leaving tomorrow at 10:30. Will you let me finish? And I tell you, our CEO was doing out the rooms. And the first night, I'm not saying what hotel she put me in. And in a single room.
Weren't you looking, Dudley?
It was that small, I told her. When I turned off the light, I was in bed before it was down. I didn't like to give out too much about her. But we're leaving at 10:30 and breakfast is from 7:30 on. I'm not going to say 7:30 because none of you went down at 7 this morning. Because we left it till 7:30. No, you didn't.
Yes,
That was the second one. So we're not going until 10:30 tomorrow. Breakfast is at 7:30. Is that okay? Caroline, there was something else you were going to tell me.
Dudley, I never tell you anything. You tell me.
You were in the car all day, and I'll tell you one thing, if there was an agenda